We're going to make choices that leverage AI. We're going to do it because it makes us better at our jobs. It makes our products more powerful. And I think what Terry said is right. If we can invest a little bit of energy in AI that has a massive impact on the overall carbon footprint of what we do as part of our jobs, it's worth it. And going back to where I started, is it worth the carbon? Is it worth the energy? I posted on LinkedIn a couple days ago about the math we did about deciding to run a bunch of the content on the internet through AI to try to understand brand safety and suitability. And what we found was that we ran that analysis last year. It was about 1.4 kilotons, or so 1,400 tons of carbon to use AI on a broad swath of the internet. But in 1 year, that number has dropped to below 200 tons, and it's very quickly going down below 100 tons. Now 100 tons sounds like a lot, right? If you think about one campaign that we ran last year, where we saved thousands of tons of carbon, this one investment of 100 tons of carbon doesn't just run on one campaign, it runs on thousands. And if you're talking about investing 100 tons of carbon to save thousands or tens of thousands of tons, isn't that worth it? I think we all have to make this math part of everything we do. I'm not saying you should stop marketing. Anybody here stop doing digital advertising because of the carbon footprint of advertising? Anybody here lose their job because they stopped doing digital advertising? Yes, you wouldn't be here. The point is, we have to do our jobs. We have to find customers online. That's our freaking job. We are going to use ad impressions to do that. We are going to use technology to do that. But we can measure. We can make smart, informed choices about where to invest our carbon, and we can make sure that we're holding ourselves and our organizations accountable for the net impact of our choices. Were the thousands of carbon you invested in your last ad campaign worth it? Did you sell cars? Did you sell insurance? Did you sell, whatever you sell? Or not? Because if you didn't achieve your marketing goals, you wasted a whole bunch of carbon. And that's really where this comes back to media quality. Because if you're going to invest carbon in buying advertising, I think you have an obligation to make it the most efficient and effective use of carbon that you can imagine. And when I say carbon, I also mean money. Why are you wasting money buying ads that no one ever sees? Why are you wasting money buying bot traffic? I guess unless those are agentic bots that actually are like making purchase decisions, because that might be the future. Maybe my anti-bot thesis needs to be updated. But broadly speaking, anything you buy that doesn't work is a waste of money and a waste of carbon. And I would ask all of you to just go think about every vendor, every publisher, every process, everything you do through the lens of carbon. And I know you all care about this because you're here. I know many of you work with, whether it's Scope3 or other vendors that can help measure the carbon footprint of advertising. I think we've done a great job of making that a standard for many campaigns and for many companies who've said this is a must. But I doubt any of you are doing that for AI today. And that's a problem. And I doubt that you're asking your vendors how they use AI. When we started doing the GMSF work a couple years ago, AI was not a major part of the advertising ecosystem. Today, every single company has a .ai in their name. Mm-hmm. And yet, we're not holding them accountable for their AI and how it uses carbon. John, does GMSF mention AI? Not a lot. Yeah, that means we have to rev it. We need like GMSF.ai because it has to account for the fact that all of us need to use AI to be competitive. We need to use it to be efficient and effective. We must be AI forward, but we have to be AI smart and AI sustainable. So I hope that as you go forth, please help AdNet and the industry make AI a core part of how we measure. Please contribute to both add net zero initiatives, join the Green Software Foundation, do anything you can to help your engineering organizations start to leverage AI measurement tools, and ask your vendors simple questions. Why are you using AI for this? What models do you use? Did you think about energy use? Where do you physically run your models? Why are you doing that in Virginia? Why are you doing that at peak energy times? These questions will drive OpenAI and Anthropic and Microsoft and Google and Meta to change how they build models, to change how they run models, to stop buying gas turbines, because all they care about is their customers. It's an obsession. If customers care about sustainability, so do they. And if you don't ask these questions of your engineers, they won't do it. And if you don't ask these questions of your vendors, they won't change their behavior. The reason the advertising industry has dropped its carbon footprint so significantly over the last 3 years is because you're here. It's because you've asked those hard questions.